Hello, my name is Rosalind Jenkins. I'm the Communications Director for the Parents Union and privileged to bring two VIPs to you today. One is Erin Jones, who serves on our board, and another is retired NBA great James Donaldson. They're here to take a look at a wonderful piece of video work that Erin has done for the Parents Union, and they will then comment on it. There's some points that need to be brought out that are important to parents in the community and kids as well.
What actually changed my entire life was the number of boys I was meeting who looked like me, whose only dream was to play professional basketball. I remember my heart being broken at 19 years old as I realized they were believing a lie. So I became a teacher. I began to develop this really intense passion around talking to my students about having a plan B. I had the opportunity at 28 years old to try out for 2 different WNBA teams. I didn't make either team, but because of my choice to take difficult classes, because of my decision to get a collegiate degree, to get multiple degrees, I now have so many opportunities open to me. I believe very strongly in academic acceleration, which is a policy that promotes as many students as possible taking an advanced program. Their advanced placement, international baccalaureate, Cambridge, these are all college-level classes that are offered in high schools. Just in the taking of those classes, students are much better prepared for college. Whether that means 4-year college, 2-year college, technical school, internship. If you have students who are middle school age, even upper elementary school, begin to ask questions about what are the kinds of classes my child should be taking now in order to get to college. You as a parent, help advocate for your child and go find out information. The Parents Union website is a great place. It's a great resource about what you need to know about the roadmap for success to college. I would challenge you, moms and dads, begin the work of looking at college and what's required. Begin that work now. Begin it soon. And don't ever hesitate to ask questions. Your children deserve it.
I think what's been really exciting is the number of young boys that I'm running into, 12, 13, 14 years old, who say, oh my gosh, I had never really thought about that perspective before. Thank you for forcing me to think about the plan B. They'd never heard of that. And I think that's what's exciting. And I want to say to any boy out there who really wants to go pro, if that's your dream, go for it. Be willing to do the extra and fight for it. I'm not saying don't try, but really realize that so many things can get in the way that are not in your control. You may not grow up to be 7 feet tall. You may be 6 feet tall. And there are things that are just outside of your control. And so I just want to encourage you to always be the student first, so that every door is open to you, that you can play sports and you can be a student. So thank you for watching the video. Thank you to all of you who have really invested time in sharing the video with others.
And so I remember recently speaking to a young man at a mentoring program in Seattle where I live. And I was looking at him, he's a basketball player, and he's, 6'1", 6'2", he was looking up at me. And I said, hey, I see within you possibly the next doctor, the next CPA, the next attorney, the next teacher, the next community leader. I mean, the next whatever you want to be. And you can just see the smile grow on his face. Nobody had told him this before. And he started thinking about these things possibly for himself as well. Because like most kids, he had his eyes set on the NBA. It was the NBA or bust. And here he was with his little basketball under his hand. And we know all too well the common story of so few, less than 1% of 1% are actually going to make it to the very top levels of professional sports. And so we need to help our young folks really develop an alternative backup plan that is there just in case. I mean, there's going to be that 1 in a million, that LeBron, that Kobe, that Michael, that's actually going to make it there and might even make it from high school there. Mm-hmm. You never know. And I'll be the first one in the stand sitting up there applauding and cheering them on. But for the other 99.999 that don't make it, they all need to have a backup plan and encouraged to develop a backup plan. And also encourage to stay in school. And because education is really going to be their key to success, as it was for me, as it was for you. You get that educational foundation underneath you. Can't nobody take it away from you. They can take your professional sport away, your collegiate sport away from you. They can't take that educational degree away from you from high school and from college. And so that's always my message to our young folks, is to make sure that you get your grades together, go to school, graduate, go to college, graduate, and then the world is really your oyster.